I didn't cry. I didn't beg. I didn't hold her hand and try to remind her of everything we built. Instead, I helped her pack. And when she asked, "Aren't you going to stop me?" I just smiled sadly and said, "How can I stop someone who doesn't know what she wants?" Before I dive into this story, if you've ever let go of someone out of love, just to be left with silence, hit that subscribe button. And if this story feels a little like yours, leave a comment. You're not alone. My name is Ray, and for 4 years I loved a woman named Layla. Not loudly, not perfectly, but purely, quietly, every single day. We weren't the kind of couple who shouted their love across social media. Ours was different, soft, real, built on deep trust, midnight conversations, and inside jokes only we could understand. But like all stories that break your heart, the cracks didn't show all at once. It started with questions, not hers, mine. "Are you happy? Do you still see us in 5 years?" She'd always nod, smile, kiss my forehead. But her eyes told a different story. Restless, distant, somewhere else. She began reading books about self-discovery, journaling late into the night, talking about traveling solo, needing space. I supported it. I always did. But a part of me knew. She wasn't just trying to find herself. She was trying to see if she could live without me. One morning, she sat across the breakfast table, barely touching her coffee, and said, "I think I need to leave for a while. I don't know who I am anymore." It didn't come with malice. It wasn't dramatic, just a quiet unraveling of everything I thought was safe. I could have begged her to stay. I could have reminded her of our plans, our memories, our bond. But instead, I nodded, looked her in the eye, and said, "Then go. I hope you find what you're looking for." That night, I watched her walk away with 2 suitcases and a heart full of questions. She didn't look back, and I didn't run after her. The first few months were brutal, not because she left, but because she didn't check in. No texts, no calls, just a total disappearance, like I had been a chapter she was eager to finish. I'd stare at my phone at night, convincing myself not to reach out, telling myself I let her go for her sake, even if it was tearing me apart. People around me said I was strong. They didn't see the breakdowns. They didn't hear the late-night voice notes I never sent. I tried moving on, went on dates, laughed, but it all felt like pretend. Then came month 7. I saw her tagged in photos. Thailand, Greece, Morocco, hair longer, skin sun-kissed, smiling wide. And I wanted to believe she had found it, herself. But a part of me wondered, did she ever miss me at all? Exactly 1 year from the day she left, April 3rd. I was home, working on a painting. It was something I picked up after she left, a form of therapy. There was a knock at the door, soft, uneasy. I wasn't expecting anyone. When I opened it, my breath caught. It was Layla. Messy hair, trembling lips, and eyes filled with something I hadn't seen before. Fear. "Hi," she whispered. For a second, I didn't know what to say. She looked smaller, not physically, but emotionally, like the world had worn her down. "I didn't know where else to go," she said. I stepped aside. She walked in slowly, like the home she once knew had become unfamiliar. We sat, and the silence between us was loud. "I thought I needed to be alone," she finally said. "I thought if I left, I'd find myself. I thought the problem was this place, this routine, maybe even you." I didn't interrupt. I just listened. She looked at me, tears welling up. I was wrong. I lost myself even more out there, and the worst part? I kept looking for you, in every city, every stranger, every sunrise. I swallowed the lump in my throat. She pulled out a journal, one of the ones she used to write in. "I wrote this 3 months ago," she said. "Every word in here is about you." I took it, held it like it was made of glass. She continued, voice breaking. "I'm not here to ask for anything. I just needed you to know. I didn't leave because I stopped loving you. I left because I didn't know how to love myself. And I hoped, if there's even a small part of you that still sees me." She didn't finish. She didn't have to. Here's the twist. A year ago, I would have died to hear those words. I would have wrapped her in my arms and promised to start over. But now, I had changed too. I had rebuilt the version of me that didn't rely on her presence to feel whole. I had grown, quietly, painfully, but fully. I looked at her, the woman who once held my world in her hands, and I said, "I'm proud of you for finding your way back. But I'm not the same man you left." She nodded, tears falling. "I know. I never stopped loving you," I said, "but I've learned to love myself more." She didn't argue. She just sat there, crying softly. I walked her to the door. Before she stepped out, she turned and said, "I'll always love you." And I smiled. "I'll always wish you well." Not every love story ends in reunion. Some end in self-respect. I let her go so she could find herself. And when she came back, I realized I had found myself too. And sometimes, that's the real happy ending. If you've ever loved someone enough to let them go and strong enough to not let them break you twice, hit like, leave a comment, and subscribe for more stories like this. Real love, real heartbreak, real healing. You're not alone.